Good evening. Welcome to IRACON TV once again. I'm Dr.Anshul goel. We have very senior rheumatologist and a doyen of rheumatologists with us, Dr. Mahendranath from Bangalore. I welcome you to the IRACON TV, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Sir, being the most senior rheumatologist, what have you seen in the growth of IRA over these so many decades?
I started my rheumatology training in 1978 in England with one of the greatest rheumatologists of that time, Douglas Golding. He's no more. I came back to India in 83, started my rheumatology practice in Bangalore. People had not heard the name rheumatology. People used to ask the question. Doctors used to ask, why rheumatologist? We have surgeons, we have orthopedic surgeons, we have physicians. What is rheumatology? So it took long time, very long time to convince them. And the IRA strength was hardly about 120 at that time when I joined IRA in 1988. First conference I attended was in Chennai. Professor A. N. Chandrasekharan, whom I consider the father figure of Indian rheumatology, asked me to join, and I attended. After that, except on 2 occasions, I have never missed a IRACON. Today in Bangalore, for 20 years, we didn't have anybody. Later, Dharman and Chandrasekhar migrated to Bangalore. Today, we have nearly 70 rheumatologists in the city of Bangalore alone, and we have 8 pediatric rheumatologists. We have rheumatologists in Mysore, Bangalore, Belgaum, and Gulbarga, in remote places. People used to come to see me from Bidar and Gulbarga, 800 kilometers away at that time. It took very long time. I'll tell you honestly, whole of first year, I used to sit in a clinic attached to a small hospital and practice. And the first year, morning I used to go at 9 o'clock, come back at 1, go back at 4:30, come back at 6:30. Whole of first year, I had seen 12 patients. And my consultation fee at that time was very high, 50, but my earning was 600. Next year, it became 3,000. But it nearly 4 to 5 years for me to earn a decent living to sustain myself. I used to go to England as a visiting rheumatologist and work there. It took very long time. I used to travel from small town to small town. Pharma industry was not touching us with a barge pole at that time. And we didn't have these digital things for the transparencies. And I used to carry from town to town, spoke to small crowds, sometimes 40 people, sometimes 5 people, like the small towns of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Took a really long time. Then in 1997, we hosted IRACON for the first time in Bangalore. At that time, I started writing to Times of India about patient awareness and education program. That became a hit because the articles were published across the country in Times of India, Mumbai, Calcutta, Delhi, Bombay, and all centers. And the day article was published, their switchboard used to be jammed, asking questions and calling back me. That really helped. I also published booklets, small leaflets on lupus, osteoporosis, reactive arthritis, and I translated a book called Aches and Pains, published by ILAR, into Kannada. Kannada was the first language, went to the ILAR website. Then it was translated in Tamil, Marathi, and Bengali. But I continued propagating rheumatology much more. By the time corporate hospitals were inviting rheumatologists, Chandrasekhara and Dharmanand had established reasonably well in a corporate hospital. But they were not even doing ANA test in Bangalore at that time. We had to send the ANA test to Mumbai to do a test. So the awareness among the leave alone the general public, the doctors, was miserable to understand them and tell them. It took a lot of time. Many times, my family used to tell me, why you want to struggle here so much? Why don't you go back to England? You have a beautiful consultant post in a beautiful place. I said, no, I've come here to start rheumatology, and I want to start that. And I started Karnataka Rheumatology Association around 90s, actually. Then we had a first CME with Professor A. N. Chandrasekharan and Dr. G.H. Tilve from Mumbai, late Tilve, who was the president of the IRA. Gradually, I used to call GPs, used to talk to them and all. I never went and met anyone for canvassing or sending, referring to patients, brought patients to me. Patient brought patients to me. And it went on increasing. And 2002 IRACON was a landmark in India. First time we called Carol Block, president of the Royal College of Physicians. She flew into Bangalore. We had Ralph Schumacher, we had Paul Bacon, we had George Nuki, we had David Scott. 8 best rheumatologists on the earth came to Bangalore. I made them all to talk to the newspapers and media. It spread the word, lot of them. So that was a new stepping stone. I think that started globalization of Indian rheumatology. I'm very happy to say that I played a significant role in that. And then I became the president of the IRA in 2001. The membership was around 182. When I left in 2003 in the Delhi conference, the membership was around 480 or 500. Today we have crossed 1,600 there. So it was difficult days. It was difficult days because of the lack of awareness. And we used to miss lupus patients used to just die. And rheumatoid arthritis patients used to severe deformities and run away, suffer and all these things. Then good laboratory started. We could get all those things. Only medicines we had was methotrexate, leflunomide, sulfasalazine, hydroxychloroquine. There were no biologics or anything. Aventis introduced leflunomide. That was a big step. And they also helped us to conduct the meeting and conference. When we started going across Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, we used to have big meetings. And from Delhi, Ashok Kumar, Rohini Handa used to come. U.R. Karav used to come. From Chennai, Krishnamurthy used to come. Ramnath Mishra. We have traveled in small town in a third-class sleeper train and sharing the bedroom in small places in Orissa. Me and Ramnath Mishra have slept. And we have shared the room without attached bathroom in small hotels because we didn't have resources at the time. So comparing today the growth of rheumatology and the pharma industry's reach, there's a phenomenal development. We have very bright youngsters, tremendously bright youngsters. And they work very hard, very, very hard. But they're also very greedy. They want to earn name and fame very quickly. That's what I keep on telling because I've seen the results of it. In 2004, 2006, after 2 conferences, it was a very stressful event there. I had my first angioplasty and 2 stents put in. And I tell my friends today, I had a warning. And you won't even get a warning. Don't work so hard. Give time for your family. Take a vacation. Spend time with this thing. Develop some hobby, reading, music, singing, writing, painting, anything like that. So I'm immensely happy. I've never seen such bright youngsters across the world. I've spent huge time in America and Europe. And most of the senior rheumatologists across the world are my personal friends. Right. Rohit is probably 27 years younger to me. So I know him for a very long time. Lot of them, all of them. But I keep on telling that we have bright and we have phenomenal clinical material. No country has that. No country has that. And we know the thing is we are not publishing and we are not collecting the data. That was one of the major sort of thing. But rheumatology has grown. It will grow further. It will grow further. No doubt about it. With the youngsters, so talented youngsters, so good. I feel jealous of them sometimes. We didn't have that opportunity. Right. The only learning opportunity was to go to England to do locum at that time, attend BSR, go to ULR, go to the SHIP. Today we have almost every day some conference across the country. We have journal meetings, we have state meetings, and we have IRACON. In fact, IRACON has lost some significance after all these meetings started, which I don't like. This is our main asset. People should come to IRACON. Because there's one occasion where we can all of us meet there. I also tell them time and again, don't have meetings from morning 7:30 to night 7:30. It is not acceptable. Let us sit and talk. This one occasion we get, otherwise we don't get it. So rheumatology is going to see change with the introduction of biologics and all. People have accepted now and people have referred. But I had very difficult time to establish rheumatology in Karnataka and across the country also. Because many of my senior colleagues or teachers, whom I have tremendous respect for him, they taught the students, they mentored them, they sent them to abroad, helped them and all, but nobody put any effort to the growth of the organization, Indian Rheumatology Association. So I concentrated on developing Indian Rheumatology Association, make it viable and strong with the resources And journal was coming, journal was not coming because there was no money in it, journal. So after the Bangalore conference, and the first time I gave a significant amount of money, it was huge money, 10 lakhs rupees to the IRA and 1 lakh rupee to Ramnath Mishra was the editor. And we thought that this thing will continue. Meantime, I had sent huge number of youngsters abroad to England for training, short-term fellowships and all. We also started traveling fellowships in Karnataka with the money left. We used to send them to the best of the institutes like JIPMAR, RAM, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, PGI Chandigarh, Institute of Rheumatology Chennai, and all these things to help them. And we used to give money. I wrote to the government of Karnataka, send at least one doctor from district hospital, MD postgraduate under the age of 40. We will train them, we'll get the money. 20 years, Karnataka government didn't do anything. And we named this all traveling fellowships to youngsters. I named under the teachers, Professor N. Chandrasekhar Traveling Fellowship, Dr. Devdar Traveling Fellowship, Dr. V.R. Joshi Traveling Fellowship, Dr. Malviya Traveling Fellowship. Though I have never been their student. This is, I still many times think, if they had some effort to make efforts for the growth of the organization, probably would have reached tremendous heights. That is one regret I have, and I am very honest about it.
So that is an important lesson for all the youngsters that we have to work hard. So the last question from you, you are very close to Dr. Paul Bacon.
Yeah.
So how do you meet him and what message?
I brought him Paul Bacon in 1997 to Bangalore. And he said, Mahendranath, you have huge amount of vasculitis cases. Americans think that they are the authority on vasculitis. He said, they don't have the data. They don't have that work. We must work on this. It took nearly 5 years to convince all of us. And we started IRAWA's group. And we used to do every meeting 3 months, 4 months and all, which we hosted on behalf of the IRA. Paul Bacon made between 1997 till 2017, 2018, he died, 53 trips to India at his own expense. At that time, we never used to pay anybody. And I brought big people. We also started advanced rheumatology course because some of our seniors were reluctant or very shy to ask questions among youngsters. So we have a closed door advanced rheumatology course. I brought Bob Lahita for the first time in this country on lupus. Peter Madison came. Joe Adu came from Birmingham. And Andrew Young, Adam Young, early rheumatoid arthritis man, Paul Emery. These advanced rheumatology courses helped us tremendously and they were great success. So this is, Paul Bacon made us to work very hard. We produced a lot of papers. And I remember one incident in Lisbon, we had a UR, we had a posting, and he was standing there morning to evening with the poster. There was nobody even till I went at 2 o'clock to relieve him actually. So he helped us a lot. Lot of people, Peter Madison, Bhaskar Dasgupta, all of them helped us to train our boy. We used to ask them, can you take him? See, in 2002, I remember Dharmanand came and said, I am bored here. Can I have a change? I said, go to Bhaskar in South End. He went as a registrar there, worked for 2 years and came back. It helped them to broaden their outlook actually. It's tremendous. You can see from a new perspective. But today rheumatology has really grown extremely well. And as I said, I still am jealous of the youngsters. They have tremendous opportunities. And we'll do extremely well. This organization has tremendous value. We need to do more collaborative work. See, we have published all papers during the COVID in Karnataka Rheumatology Association. We have just started work on economic impact on rheumatoid arthritis, cost of drugs and all. It's a huge study. We want to take 5,000 courses. I hope it will change Government of India and Government of Karnataka's policy decision. I'm also hoping some Nobel laureate like Banerjee might take interest in this sort of thing. So you have to work together, you have to collaborate, and you must take care of yourself. You must take care of yourself.
So under your guidance, we are very much sure that the organization will grow further under your leadership.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, sir, for your
all the best.
interview.
This is a great meeting. A pleasure to come to Hyderabad. And all of them have worked very hard. It's a tremendous success actually. It's nice to see. I've been sitting there all the time, morning to evening, in the front bench and listening there. And I mean, you learn every day. Learning never ends. So it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you. I thank Dr. Mahendranath for the interview. Thank you.